everyone. Hello. So, welcome to the stream today. We are super excited that you are here. Super excited that we are here. And I am really excited because we have like some awesome news today, right?
We do.
Not really today, right? It's yeah. Robert's like, yeah. So I was saying before we started the stream that, like, you know, it's really hard to write books, and so we should celebrate whenever any one of our little group here actually does that. So that is what we're going to be talking about in a little bit, which is super awesome. But first, let's start saying hello to everybody. Here we go. So Joan Ninja Hen is here. Nice job, #1 in the comments today. Woohoo.
Hello.
Glad you're here. Nihilist Geek is here today. Yay. We're so glad you made it. Adega Outlaw. Good.
Adega does this cool thing on his channel where he basically reads his books out loud.
I love that.
Yeah, that's cool.
If I thought more than 6 minutes into the future, we could have done that today. Huh? Too bad for us. So I'm so glad you guys are here. Hold on. There we go. Deidre says, Deidre Ann Anderson. Hello, Deidre Ann. We're so glad you made it today. Yay. Deidre is a new subscriber. Yay. I'm so excited. Thank you.
We love a new subscriber.
Oh, no. I love new subscribers. I love old subscribers. I love people who show up every week to our awesome little writing sprints. Deidre, tell me if it's Deidre or Deidre.
Or Daedry.
Or Daedry. Right. Depends. Are you British? So, yes. Let us know. Oh, looks like hold on. Oh.
She's just laughing at us.
Okay, so yes, give us some phonetics here so that we know how to pronounce your name, so I'm not calling you Dieter and your name's really something else.
We're bad with names, yo. We really are.
Exactly. But welcome. We're so glad you're here. We have a really awesome little group. So, yeah, I'm so excited. Yay.
Jamaican, that's so cool. Sorry.
Yeah. Nihilist Geek says he'll be off cooking a late lunch in a while. All right, thank you for sharing. If you have any good recipes, we always like to hear them. Jamie Barfield is here. Yay! Hello. All right. I almost put you up. Like, Story Detective is here. Now, I guess I should introduce us since we have a few new people today. We have lots of oldies and goodies today also. So let's introduce all around. Our first co-host today is Carrow Brown.
Hello, my name is Carrow Brown. I'm an urban fantasy author and the operations director over at Otherworld Inc. I am here today to work on my Rachel Aaron project, which is this mess that you're seeing on the wall here, where I'm basically trying to write like Rachel Aaron until the story is done. Because why not?
Why not? Okay, I know. I'm looking at this. Like, I see Carol's wall of looks like index cards or big Post-its. Yeah. I have my wall of Post-its. Savvy has her wall of Post-its behind her, right? Robert,
my Post-its are actually.
You also have a wall of Post-its.
Mine are actually not organizing a story. My Post-its are from when I was in grad school. I went to a business school class, and I was like the student entrepreneur, and they did like a reality show style kind of thing where I had to present them a problem in my business, and they broke into like 4 or 5 different groups, and every group had to come up with a proposal for me to solve this problem within my business, and then I got to keep all of their projects that they did. So I keep those taped on my back mirror because it helps me with my business stuff, getting to see all of the ideas that they came up with for different marketing tactics.
That's fantastic. That's really great. Robert, confess, do you have a wall of Post-its somewhere?
I don't. I have the little index cards.
Well, the only reason I'm doing this is because one of the things that Rachel Aaron does is she writes like a quick snippet of what she's going to write for that scene. So I was like, well, if I'm going to do that, might as well just have the scene cards to track it all. So
that's how I do it. I literally just write a few sentences for each scene, just
Yep.
basically like we're going from point A to point B. I know I always talk about like, oh, I'm definitely a plotter, but I do not go into super deep detail. I just know where the story's going next. So speaking of Robert and his index cards, Robert, why don't you introduce yourself today? Robert's the story detective if you're just catching on to that.
My channel is The Story Detective, and I analyze all things story-worthy. I also do tech reviews, and today I'm actually going to be working on getting some old tech, like an old laptop, up and running because I have older writing programs for editing, and they have really great prompts, but they're outdated. So I'm trying to repair and restore some old laptops from my my tech heap and get them up and running so I can use them for now.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. And Savvy, you got to know Savvy a little bit just a minute ago. Savvy, tell us all about you.
So I run a channel called SAVY Writes Books, which is an Authortube channel with a focus on being a small business owner and life in the small business world. In addition to like writing vlogs and videos about my own books and those kind of things, I also review lots of business self-help books, and I expose lots of scammy business gurus who are just out there to get your money because a lot of people prey on small business owners. So I do a lot of that kind of stuff, and it's a good time. So definitely check out SAVY Writes Books if you have a chance.
Well, yes, definitely check that out. I'm Lisa Daly. This is my channel. Thank you very much for coming today and welcome. I'm a traditionally published author of 8 books. And if you are looking to write a book you're super proud of and get it published, I post all kinds of videos all about that. So welcome, welcome, everybody. All right, we have an answer. What was the last thing you said? She said the last one is the correct pronunciation.
Oh, scroll a little farther. It's down there. She said it for you. Daydream.
I'm so short before 300. Oh, right? Yeah, I'm like knocking on the door of 300 subscribers.
Oh, everyone subscribe to Lisa. She's almost there.
I love like celebrating little, I don't care what it is. Like, yay, I made it all the way through dinner without having a snack. Yay.
Yay.
All about the celebration.
Well, with the subscribers, I like to, like, whenever I get another 100 subscribers, it's like I give a small business shout out. So I've got another one of those coming this Friday on my channel. But it's like celebrating small milestones kind of thing.
Look at you. I made that little video for 200 and everybody in my family gave me like such a heart. Like they were just torturing me for fun about it. But I was excited. All right. Daydream is how we say Daydream's name. Daydream. Don't let me forget. Okay. Nihilist Geek says it's a national holiday. We eat fried cod with garlic sauce.
That sounds delicious.
I want fish and chips.
All right.
Yeah, fish and chips to be so good.
It's a fish. Okay, that could go really off the rails. I'm gonna go. Tamara's here. Yay!
Hi, Tamara.
Yeah. So for you guys who don't know, Tamara has like a really great little like writers workshop writing club for book club for other writers and authors, and every month we're like reading a new book and talking about it. And if you want to come to the little meeting, you should follow Tamara because
the books that we focus on are actually writing craft books. So if you're looking at a book like 2K to 10K and you're not sure if it's something that you want to purchase, we actually go through a lot of these and we discuss about what works, what doesn't work. This month, we're actually talking about the 30-day marketing challenge by Redhead Publishing. So that's coming out this weekend, actually.
Yeah. Bad Redhead Media. And she is one smart cookie. She knows her stuff. All right. Yay. Hey, Steven. We're so glad you're here. Yay. Fantastic. All right. What is that? Okay, somebody translate for me. What does that mean? Want? Oh, like want like that? Like want?
No, I thought that was nom nom.
Tell us, Joanne. Tell us what's going on with that. Nessa's here. Hello. CEO Savvy says hello, Daily Brown. Savvy Bones Jones Ranger. For you guys who are new, she comes up with a new nickname for us every week. Mary Wembley's here. Hi, Mary.
Hello, Mary.
Oh, Mary's also on her old laptop, just like Robert. Poor thing is so slow, but I have to use it because it has a webcam, which is going to need later today. That could be an interesting story, or she might be doing a live stream. Let's hear all about it, Mary. All right. Oh, that was you again. All right, here we go. I already forgot how to say your name. Daydream. I have to hold on. I literally am gonna have to make myself a note. Daydream. Got it. Okay. I say that, but I'm gonna ask again. You know it. All right. Yay, you're welcome. I need a good resource about editing. Does someone have a recommendation? Who's got a good editing book recommendation? This seems like a good question for Robert.
Well, I really like Stein on Writing. There's a lot of tips in there for solving a lot of problems. And that's the writing programs I'm working on, because he used to have these great programs and they just fell by the wayside. They're not available anymore. And that's the real loss to the community, because they had great prompts every step of the way, every question you could think of. But go to his book, Stein on Writing, and a lot of it is in there. But the writing programs expanded on that and made it huge.
Oh, I love that. That's fantastic. All right. What about you, Carrow? Do you have any? Oh, look, Carrow not only has advice, she has visual aids.
Nice.
I was going to tell you that if you have to get a resource for editing, these are two of the big books that I would recommend. So Boa's Eye is a really good book for editing, and self-editing for fiction writers is always really good. I would definitely recommend this one for sure, just because the way that fiction is written is it's not academia. So it's going to take that into account, and it's got visual practices in here too. There's another one that I have that's called the Copy Editor's Handbook, and that one has exercises as well, but that can be really overwhelming for people who are trying to do it for the first time. So these are the two books, and I'll hold them up again just in case you guys didn't see them, that I would actually recommend to you guys.
Woe Is I is my single favorite grammar book ever in the universe. The one I have is a white cover, but I think the one you have, the orange cover, is the newer cover.
Yeah, this is the third edition.
Absolutely fantastic book. I think every writer should definitely have that.
Yeah.
What about you, Savvy? Do you have any good good editing books?
No, I wish I did. I don't have, at least now that I can think of right now. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We have some good advice today. So, okay. So you guys in the comments tell us what's going on. What are you working on today? We're going to be starting in a couple minutes with a 5-minute writing sprint. And then we will, and then we're going to talk about Carrow's exciting new announcement. Right? We're all doing jazz
hands. It's such a surprise. I didn't know about it until we were about to go live. That's how exciting it is.
We're going to have 5 minutes to think about it. No whining. Okay. All right. So that's okay, Carrow. You're always good on your feet. You should have known we were going to talk about this today. I mean,
I don't know if you guys have kind of noticed from either the tone of my voice or my eyes right now, but I've only been awake for maybe 30 minutes. There's no coffee in my system. I just woke up, Carrow. I'm about to eat some chocolate covered espresso beans to jump kick my system. Okay.
To make sure that you're able to do that. Well, that makes perfect sense. What are you going to be working on? Oh, you told us what you're going to be working on, Carrow, right?
Yeah, I'm going to finish watching out today.
So I'm working once again on my nonfiction business self-help book called #Savvy Business Owner. So it's all of my advice for people who want to start their own small business, and me going into detail about all the things that I did to get my business up and running. So I'm hoping this book is it's very close to being done with the first draft, and I'm hoping to release this on my 28th birthday, which is going to be September 8th. So stay tuned for more details on that. But I'm working on getting the last couple parts written and revising the other parts. So I hope you guys like it.
I already love the title. That's
Thank you.
I feel like this is the first time we're hearing the title.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Okay. I mentioned it in a video before, but yeah, it's because that's already a popular Instagram hashtag, and I'm just tired of people on Instagram using the #Savvy Business Owner hashtag to be here's how to trade Bitcoin and make $1,000 in an hour. And it's like, stop. You are not a savvy business owner. Do not take my name and use it that way.
No, do not take Savvy's name in vain, people. All right. Oh, she's here. Elizabeth Fairfax is here. Yay! Yay!
Before we start our sprint, if you could help Lisa out, because YouTube notifications are not going out. So if you could just share the video or tell people what's happening right now. Because we go and we share it like on our things, but there's only like 4 of us.
Oh, is YouTube having a problem? Because I've definitely noticed like a decrease in views on my channel in the past couple days.
I could rant about this, and that would probably wake me up. But the answer is yes.
Okay, so it's not that my videos are not as good as usual.
No.
YouTube is just doing a shit job of getting videos notified to people.
Everybody's having problems right now.
Okay.
We should let Carrow rant.
We should. I want to hear this rant. I think it would actually be informative.
Yeah. Okay. So rant away. Let's unleash the Carrow.
So keep in mind, everybody's working from home, right?
Right.
You'd think that YouTube, with all their ability to have advanced technology and stuff like that, would make sure that their workers could work from home, so they can continue to do their jobs. No. So last week, their algorithm basically wasn't being kept track of, and so they were just canceling live streams within the first 20 minutes and then deleting them. So that was happening for about 4 days last week, and now we're noticing the reoccurring no notifications going out. But the no notifications, that's not fucking new. Okay, that's been going on for almost 2 years now. And before, they were just targeting certain people who were talking about things that they didn't want them to like get out. And now it's just happening to everyone. So it's like equal ignoring for everybody involved. So at this point, I just don't trust YouTube to help me reach my audience. I have to ask my audience to help reach themselves and other people. So I don't like YouTube right now. It's not my friend.
Frustrating, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely I definitely notice, and I see that on other people's channels as well, that their views are sort of going. It's just taking a lot longer for people to realize, like, oh, Savvy posted, and I have not, even like people I'm subscribed to get notifications. I have missed lots of things that I knew were going on. I expected to get a notification for and didn't. So
because I had assumed that during this time I would be getting more views on YouTube and more ad revenue because everybody's stuck at home, and I was like, oh, the internet's the way to do everything right now. But I guess YouTube is dropping the ball on that.
Yeah,
I have tinfoil hat ideas on that, but I'll just keep it to myself.
Yeah, they haven't had a firm grasp on that from the beginning because we're all kind of lost in this ocean of whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's definitely crazy. BC Brown Books made it though. Yay!
Yeah, hello. I was on your stream where we tried to stream last week twice, and they canceled and deleted it twice.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
Yeah.
It really is. So I found out about this from Doll, who was like, she was up in the middle of the night, my time, but probably normal daytime hours, her time, trying all these different alternate platforms to sort of test whether she could go live on this platform or this platform. And then I saw like a bunch of live streams where, I pop in and they're not happening. And I was, I just couldn't believe it. So, all right. So Jamie's working on a rough outline for Camp Nano Project. That's exciting. Mary's working on Eye of the Storm, book number 2 of the Midnight Days series.
Ooh, nice.
I know, right? Yep, you're right. BC Brown Books. We were just talking about that. Okay, you just reminded me.
I'm just going to finish my second cup of coffee, and I'm probably going to get a third one during one of our sprints. So
that's good. Yeah. Tamara says it's nice for you to do this. Poor Tamara is in Hawaii. Well, not poor Tamara. It's Hawaii, for goodness sakes. But still, big time change, and she's like super active with everybody. So I'm sure she's constantly sleep deprived. BC Brown Books is beta reading again today. Hold on. Good Lord. Daedry is working on. Thank you. It's working on a client project now. I need to get through it before I can jump back into my very first urban fantasy outline. Yay! We're so glad you're here. CO Savvy's working on editing book 1 of my YA anime fantasy for the Other Worlds Inc. submission.
Hell yeah, I'm here for this.
Nice.
I love it.
That is good. Oh my gosh. So Doll says I had to search your channel, so I only came to your channel page so I could see your stream today. Thank you, Doll. And Doll usually gets notifications, so that sucks. Thank you.
Share the
Thanks
video.
for showing up, everybody. I appreciate all the extra effort today. All right. A couple of great days view-wise, but I was sharing videos on Facebook to get views. Yeah. Books with Kitten says hello. Hello, everybody. All right. All 21 minutes. Well, they did finally restore the 20-minute. I'm sure like there's no ending. It's just you guys going, and then they cuts
It
off.
was just like us talking. It's like, okay, so we're back and we're going to try it again. And then you just watch us type after that.
This is like 3 20-minute videos in a row. All right. Fantastic. Okay, everybody. Well, let's start off with a 5-minute sprint. And we will get the ball rolling. You know what I should do? I should probably share my screen before I start talking about things like that. Let's see what we've got here. 5 minutes on the clock. There we go. All right, everybody. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. right, everybody. 5 minutes. Oh, I should turn off that banner. Huh? So, right. Oh my God. So I did not get any actual work done. I was just like fudging with the timer and the banners and all that other stuff. So, and reading some comments. Okay, so Michael Edward McPhee is here. He's late, but he's here. We don't care that you're late. We're just glad you're here.
Hello.
Oh my gosh. So while we're waiting for comments to come back in, we have some other people talking about what they are working on. How did everybody do? Carol, I think your mic is still off, it looks like. Yeah, there we go. Savvy, how'd you do?
I didn't write any new words. I'm working on editing something for the first 5-minute sprint, and then I'm gonna write some new words in the future sprints. So just got a little bit of editing done.
Editing, organization, good. How about you, Robert? How goes the computer repair?
I'm reloading Windows drivers and unzipping files and restarting. So if you hear some chirps and whirs in the background, it's because things are running. But yeah, Windows is a pain in the butt.
It is. I haven't used anything but a Mac for like years and years and years.
Same here.
Yeah, and so I don't even know that I could turn one on, honestly.
I couldn't remember how to do it. Thank God for YouTube, because I couldn't remember if you had to delete the partition or how to do it. So I'm like, oh my God.
Thank God for YouTube, like altogether, right? I mean, really, there is nothing that you cannot learn how to do on YouTube. Fix a computer, write a book, apply wallpaper, you name it, it's all there.
Pick lock, steal a car, it's all there.
That's good. All right. So how did you guys do? How did you do, Carrow?
My thing says I wrote 226 words.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. That's great. How did you guys all do? Let's see where we are.
I need to go check the door real quick.
Okay, fantastic. All right. So going back to what we were talking about before, Joanne Ninja Hen says she noticed less visitors on other recreational pages as well, and spoke with other web fiction authors who also noticed the same thing. People are probably frequently more news. Yeah, that makes sense given, everything that's going on right now. Tamara's working on coffee. That's always important. Yes, yeah. Foil hat ideals with Carrow Brown. That's coming soon to Carrow's channel. We'll have to bring that back. We'll bring that comment back when she gets back from the door. So Books with Kittens working on a detective story. That's awesome. Cecil Bruno is working on editing book 1 also for Other Worlds. Yeah, look at this. We have a lot of Other Worlds stuff going on today. I think this is awesome. I wanted to bring this back, this CO Savvy's comment back up. Now that you're back, tinfoil hat ideals with Carrow Brown. She's ready to tune in right now.
Oh, I do the tinfoil hat thing all the time on the podcast that I have with Tamara. So we have a podcast called Authortube News, where basically we go look at stuff that's happening in publishing and we have commentary on it. And about once an episode, I was like, I have a tinfoil hat moment. And so she's just like, Lord. And then she just lets me talk. She's really nice about it.
You should edit all those together and you could just have a big, long tinfoil hat moments with Carrow. I think it could work.
We've been trying to figure out if we want to do some kind of incentive. But we've been trying to figure out what's a worthwhile incentive to people. I mean, we've only had the podcast since last October. Mm-hmm. So we're still building our audience and things like that. So I think we did a call about merch, asking if people wanted merch for it. We only had a couple of bites, but here we are.
You never know. You never know. All right. So Jamie says, I try to remember to put live streams on the calendar because I don't do YouTube notifications.
I happen to have a calendar in the form of a spreadsheet if anybody is interested.
That's true. Carrow keeps track of all of the live stream, all the Authortube, not all everywhere, all the Authortube live streams. Mm-hmm. So if you have one, make sure that you get it on the spreadsheet. But thank you. Look at that. So the emails would drive her crazy. She schedules times to come on and catch up on people I watch the most. Oh, and you're here. Thank you. You're here all the time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're so thrilled. All right, let's see. Mary also does not get notifications through email, only on desktop. Even then, I don't always look at them. I get mine on desktop and email, and I try to look at them.
I just get my notifications like in the YouTube app.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just put the link to the spreadsheet in the private chat because I can't post links in your chat. If you want to share that with folks.
Oh, yeah. So I wondered what that was for. Please tell me what this is.
The second one. You want the second one.
I want the second one. Okay, yeah. I'm going to run over. I will do it during the next sprint because I'll have to go the other way. Oh, no, I don't. Actually, I can do it like this.
Yeah, the first one is for the thing that you want me to talk about when we start talking about it. I was just tapping it ready.
I just posted it now. We'll go to that in just a minute. I'm such a dork. Okay, so Mary Wimbley thinks her laptop's mad at her, doesn't want to pull up Word. Okay, but Hugh finally did. All right. Yes, it sucks. Okay, BC Brown Books made tea so she could join. Everybody got tea and coffee. Doll's gonna make a frappe. You guys are fancy around here. Mac Lovers Club. Yes, yes. Lifelong member right here. So, okay, Mary said she got a total of 0 words because Word obviously gave her a hard time. Joanne Ninja Hen is doing character sheets today. No word counts for her. All right. Adega Outlaw's back. Yay, welcome back. All right. Nihilist Geek says, don't be the Authortube Alex Jones, please. All right. Okay. We should all have that spreadsheet bookmarked on our toolbar. Absolutely. So, all right. Well, you guys, seems like you're doing absolutely fantastic. So before we get to our 20-minute sprint, hold on just a minute. I can probably like pull this whole thing up. I feel like everything's coming. Okay, so look at this. If you guys want the spreadsheet, I just put the link into in the chat, and let's see what it looks like. Can we tell? Can we tell what it looks like? I'm sure we can. Let's look. Ta-da! Look at that, everybody. So this is the spreadsheet, the magical, amazing, wonderful spreadsheet. And it tells when everybody's live streams are happening. Wednesday, look at us. Here we are, right here. Yay. So you can always, you can get to the link on Facebook through Carrow, and I sent it in the chat, so you guys have that as well. All right, fantastic. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So let's talk about the exciting, fantastic, amazing, wonderful news that we have happening today. This week. Yeah. This week. So one of the things I was saying earlier is that every week we all come here and we write our little words together. And the whole goal for most of us is producing a book of some sort. And I always get excited when one among us does that, because it's amazing. It's very hard to do.
Very hard to do. Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to write a book, as you all may have noticed. It's a challenging thing, and to edit and to, get the cover art done if you're indie publishing, and get beta readers and reviews, and there's a million things that go into it. And when we are finally able to accomplish that wonderful goal and get across the finish line, it should totally be celebrated. I needed a hat and I didn't bring one. We should have all worn tinfoil hats.
Oh, next time. We'll make it a plan next time.
Right? Okay. But Carrow has a brand new book out this week. Yay! Yay! And I will link to it in the description below, so if you guys want to check that out. You're not writing under Carrow Brown. I know everybody's running over to Amazon right now to pick it up.
Oh, no, that one is under Carrow Brown. So I write 2 genres, for those of you who don't know. I write all my urban fantasy and my fiction stuff under Carrow Brown, and then all of my erotica, sexy time stuff is under Faye Black. So two different names for 2 different genres, because I don't want to confuse my audience about what they're going to get.
I'm clearly easily confused. For some reason, I thought you were doing a re-release of the Faye Black book. No, apparently not.
No, this is a re-release of my baby, Queen of Swords and Silence. So, long story short, with my last publisher, for those of you who are seeing me for the first time, you're probably not aware that I have a very aggressive A-type personality. And yeah, but when I was with my last publisher, like I had benchmarks and things that I wanted to do. And at one point, like every time I tried to reach out to my publisher and ask them questions, it just was never a good time. Something was always going on. So I sent them a formal email and I was like, look, I got questions. You're not giving me answers. Like, these are things I thought we were going to do. I need to know when we're doing these things. And their response was basically to give me a no-fault contract and send me on my way. Yeah.
So that's not good.
Yeah. So I was just kind of like, okay, like I would have done these things. And so my book got unpublished because obviously it was published with them. And I really had like a very long debate if I was going to take this next step. And my husband and I, we didn't have an argument, but there's definitely a very like tense conversation about it. Where I actually went to my job site, which is Otherworlds Inc. And I was like, hey, this thing with my publisher just happened. And I know I was teeter-tottering before, but do you guys want to publish my book? And so they said yes. And they redid the cover and they added in some like interior artwork. And we got a fantastic editor. Like I love Vance so much because long story short, I have terrible experiences with editors. My first one was a nightmare. My second one ghosted on me. Like I was
It's terrible.
Yeah, but she's really good because when she makes changes, she basically says, hey, I see that you have this semicolon here. Technically this is correct, but for what you're trying to do, that's not what you want to do. You want to use this. And she gives me like citations from like the Chicago manual too, if she thinks I need them. So obviously I appreciate that.
A good line editor is worth it for sure.
Yeah. The moment I found her, I was like, I'm just going to keep you. And now we're going to hire you at work to like edit everything else. So that was pretty much that journey in a nutshell. So it's been a ride, but my book is back out there with a new cover and new art and some tightening up on the written stuff and all that wonderfulness. So
that's so exciting. I love this title too. The Queen of Swords and Silence. Like that is such a, I don't know. It's just very vivid. I really, really love it. I mean, it's really absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. So my first publisher, and I love them. Like I know like we separated very like badly that way, but like they're good people. I don't have anything against them. I just understood that like the way they wanted to work and the way I wanted to work very different. So
right.
But they knew that I had like this thing for like tarot cards.
Right.
And there's a scene in the book where somebody gives Ghost a card and they're like, hey, and it's literally her on the card and it says Queen of Swords on it. And so they wanted to use that. And there's a character in my book called Silence. And they're like, if we don't have Silence in the title somehow, like he'll come and find us in our sleep and kill us. And I was like, that's a little extreme, but okay. So
I really, really, really love this. All right, so I'm going to pull this cover because it's absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to try and, hold on, I need to make it a little bit smaller so we can see the whole cover. Of course we can't. Amazon's giving me a hard time. Okay, now I've got it. Now we're all set. All right, so I'm going to get rid of this. No, that's not what I want to do. Hold on. I'm sorry, you guys. I think we all know. You'd think I'd be doing this like a little farther in advance, but no. Here we go. Right. Okay, there it is. Look at that beautiful cover. I love that. Oh my gosh, I really love that.
Kev did such a great job on that.
It's
really
stunning.
Mm-hmm.
It's really stunning. That's really beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Well, we have so many writers in our writers in our group. Oh, look, everybody's like, yay, yay, congratulations. Yay, Carrow. Whoop, whoop. Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys. So we have so many people who are writing their first book, or maybe they're indie publishing and they're thinking about going with a publisher. So I want to know, like, what are you thinking for your next book? Like, do you think you would go with an like a smaller indie publisher again? Would you, like, given all the trouble, would you,
So I can't give you like a really like solid comparison because I've only been with indie publishers.
Right.
But I will say that I have actually enjoyed the experience with the last two a little bit more, just because like if I have a question, I don't have to go through a chain of command. I literally can just go and like talk to the person and be kind of like, I have a question about this thing and I tried to figure it out, but apparently I can't do it. Like I like being included that way. And over at my job place, it's very like, we try to keep it like very like not family friendly, but it's kind of like once you're like hired on to the team, like you're our family kind of thing. And I'm definitely trying to foster that. Now, occasionally there are like some communication problems because this is a virtual setting. So like people they're texting. It's not voice or face or anything like that. So it's a little different. But I always get afraid of two things with bigger publishers. One, I get afraid of not having a voice. Like that cover, I had a voice in it. I definitely had a voice in that cover. I talked to Kev. Like, I want you to notice I know Kev's name. I know Kev's name. I basically made like a Pinterest board and I said something like this, just anything like this, and I'll be pretty happy. Do not do the puffy mouth and the boobs out and the ass out. I do not want this.
Right.
So, and then he was just kind of like, what about this thing? I was like, that's fucking perfect. Carry on. Right. Like that was that. And then the other thing that I get really paranoid about that does happen in the publishing industry and in Hollywood is that sometimes people will sign you on and then not promote your book because you're a competitor for their big baby seller.
Right.
And I hate that. Like that just scares the bejesus out of me.
Yeah, you don't have as much of that in publishing. I think there's a lot more of that in film, but yeah, definitely with a bigger publisher, there is definitely a lot less that's in your control, and it really depends on who you're working with. I've had some terrible covers in publishing and I've had some great covers in publishing, but I will say my best experience with traditional publishing, I think, or one of my best at least, was with St. Martin's. But my editor was my former agent. He knew me really well. He asked me for input on things. And so I think that made all the difference because and the thing is I think we talked about this last week, didn't we? Like how publishers are basically like football teams or basketball teams. Like you have all the people wearing the same clothes, except the players get traded and transferred all the time. So your experience with one book with Penguin might be fantastic, but then your second book with Penguin might be terrible because when you're still with Penguin, all the people you work with on the last round are not the same people and your new people are not as good. So yeah, there's something to that. There's also, go ahead.
I have kind of a mini rant on what Carrow's talking about. And this has been going on for decades. It's nothing new. But that book that you held up about being your best self-editor, you really have to be, because editors now think it's not cost effective to go through your whole book and actually edit. They will edit certain points. And I could point you to some very big name books that have huge chunks where the editor just left the building. So if you don't know what you don't know, it can really hurt you in your book.
It really can.
You know, unless you're on the top list of getting that big publishing contract and big advance where they're going to give you all the benefits, it's really up to us more than ever to, know what needs to be
we're doing. Right. It really, really is. And there are still definitely people in publishing. There's still editors where you could tell them all day long, oh, you only have this much time. Yeah. And they're still going to do a great job. They sort of old school editors, old school line editors. But there are a lot of people in publishing who are completely overwhelmed by their workload, and they just don't have time to give it the, really deep conceptual thought that they would have 10 or 20 or 30 years ago. Yeah. So absolutely. BC Brown books. I'm sorry, you go. I'll stop.
The unfortunate thing in this country is big business has that trickle down effect where they do it. And then everybody else, even the small indie companies, will say, hey, that's just not standard for us. They don't know why they don't know it, but they follow the big business model.
That happens a lot. It definitely happens a lot. Yeah, indie publishers are great. Yeah, those little small, mid-sized publishers, they really do a nice job, and they're certainly really more invested, at least from my perspective, in really building a career. Because if they have 6 books of your backlist, then they're going to, because they're not putting out 70 books in a season, they're putting out, 6 or, one every month or whatever. It's a much different perspective, I think. It's a much different perspective. Of course, there are other things, with a big publisher, you can be in every Barnes & Noble in the country, although this is not doing you any good this week. But, with a big publisher, you can be in every Barnes & Noble, whereas with indie publishers, that putting that amount of stock out into, into stores, the returns will just kill them. So a lot of times you're either you're not in the stores like BN, or you're just in the region around your particular area. So, all right, I'm going to go through a couple little comments, and then we are going to hit it for CO Savvy says the cover art is so haunting and ominous. We get a feel for ghosts and silence art.
I know you can't see it, but I'm trying to share something that Joanne made for me.
Oh, okay.
And I keep telling you guys to talk to Joanne about her animated stuff.
Oh,
Joanne,
her animated covers are so cool.
She made that.
Oh my God. You guys, this is our regular awesome Joanne Ninja Hen. I love that. Look at that. So she's doing these animated book covers. You should definitely talk. She did one for me as well, which I absolutely love. And this is incredible. Oh my God, this is so great.
I just gave her the picture and she just did magic on it as far as I'm concerned.
That is phenomenal, right? There's it just pulls you in. Oh my gosh. So if you want to talk to her about that, and I think you should, you can connect with her on her channel. And also we have her contact info in the description. Holy smokes, that's awesome. Thank you very much.
When she said she was trying to build up her portfolio, I was like, I got some covers. I just started throwing over.
I know. I feel like she should just prepare right now to be inundated because, All right, we have more. Okay, we've got that. Cover art. Yay. Oh, Joanne Ninja Head. Yay, you. Oh, my gosh, that is beautiful. Tamara says, Joanne is incredible. Can't wait to share the cover she created for me. So exciting.
It is really pretty. I've seen it. It's good.
It's awesome. Oh, yeah. So BC Brown Book says, get ready. She's going to be reaching out. Love this. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, my gosh. This is awesome, you guys. Okay. Speaking of awesome and exciting, don't we all want to hurry up and get our books done so we can be just like Carrow?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get started. I, too, am working on editing today. Oh, I'm not working. I'm working on writing some new scenes because now that I'm very close to the end, I am realizing there are some things that I would like to sort of beef up. So I am working on little insert scenes today. Okay, everybody, let me pull up our little 20-minute timer. We're going to do 20 minutes this time. And we are going to get some good writing done. So everybody stretch your fingers, make sure you save your work, and let's get rolling. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All righty then. Let's see. There we go. And I like to put my hair up and down and back down. Like somebody wave their hands so Carol will know her back. Hi, Carol. Fantastic.
I can hear you. I just always have to finish my sentence. That's
I know. No, that's a good thing. This is like I always talk about when my kids were really little. I would, they'd like come into my office and I would teach them that if I was writing, I would hold my finger up so that they knew not to speak or interrupt. Like they would just be quiet. They knew I'd seen them and that I would find them as soon as I was done with whatever my page or my paragraph or whatever. And now, anyway, when my daughter was a little bit older, I remember coming into her room and she like held up her finger. She was working on something. She like holds her finger up like that, so I know not to interrupt her. This is what I always tell people who have little kids. Like you have to teach them really early that they can't interrupt you when you're in the middle of a thought when you're writing, because sometimes you never get that back, and sometimes it takes like 20 minutes to get it back. And it's good to learn a little patience. We have had comments going on wild ride. Wild. So let me just go back and forth. So let us know how you guys did, everybody. How this last sprint treated you. Carrow, how'd you do?
I'm doing math right now, but it's going to take me 1 second. I got 820 words.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Look at you. Yeah. Very nice work. Very nice work. So Robert, how'd you do?
I got about half my drivers installed, so making progress.
Yay. That's progress. That's real progress. Okay, good job. Savvy, how'd you do?
I finished the edits on the draft that I was doing, and then the next sprint, I'm going to start writing new words.
So I'm going to share comments for a second, and then I'll tell you what I did. Nihilist Geek says, I also have an important announcement. The cod is fried. You remember earlier, he was making fried cod. And I was laughing my butt off like this, ha, 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 ha. And then he said, you should be writing. And he was right. You know what I was doing instead? I will tell you. Let me share my screen. I wasn't writing, but I should have been, but I wasn't writing. I just bought Carol's new book, and I was looking at this super cool art. Oh, look, hold on. Now I'm going to take this off where Savvy's like totally blocked out. How gorgeous. This is like in the interior of the book.
Oh, God, that's so pretty.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, they, my boss really wanted to make this book pretty. He's like, we must make it pretty. And I was like, I'm not going to argue.
It's stunning. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. So I'm very excited to get going on this. So I think we all know I have a terrible memory. This is the book that I really liked when we were doing the videos for Robert's Authortube seminar series, right? And you read a little bit about you read a little of this talking about beginnings, didn't you, in your video?
Yeah, so I used it as an example because, like, in what Robert does for the word stock thing is he gets a lot of us to come together. We all share like our take on a certain topic, and so the one that we all did was story intros. And my take on it had to do with the first 300 words of your manuscript and what needed to be in there. And so when I read mine, I said, I made a mistake, and I'm going to talk to you after I get done reading the first 300 words. And so the mistake I made in my old manuscript is that I didn't actually say Ghost's name until like page 4. So I had in that first 300 words had to find a way to work her name into those first 300 words. And I managed it. It happened.
You did. Yeah. I know it's a little bit, it's one of those things that as a writer, you don't really think about because of course you already know her name and how to sort of drop that kind of thing in really naturally. But after you read the beginning of that book, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be, which was already coming out, but I'm like, I want to beta read this. Like I was so excited about it. I really was very engaged. I thought it was very cool. So I'm a little late, maybe next time for me.
Maybe. Yeah, but I had intentionally not wanted to say her name right away because I was trying to build up on the mystery of like, who the fuck is this bitch in the middle of the night going to somebody's house? So that was my thing. But like 2 betas and my editor were kind of like, I see what you're doing. No. And I was like,
yeah. So that you're absolutely right. This the seminar series that Robert pulled together has a phenomenal group of authors, writers, from people who are just starting out to people who are really experienced. And there's actually a link to that. We called it Word Stock, because it was created right here by one of our fantastic regulars, Eva Writes Books. And yeah, so the link to the whole playlist, including Carrow's video and Robert's and Savy's and mine, is and 13 of them, right there a lot, is down in the description below if you guys want that. So but it was so funny because I was like, oh my gosh, this is the exact same book. So I did write 317 words because I spent the first part of the sprint buying a book on Amazon and then reading the very first part of it where I was like, oh my God, this is the one I really liked. So yeah, anyway, okay, so that's it. And Nihilist Geek, you were right. That was what snapped me out of it. So I did get back to writing. So there was that. Yay. Yay. All right. Bonnie Phillips says, hi, Mr. Jones. That's one of his many aliases. Okay, so we have like a big long talk about COD and quarantine. So there's this. Story Detective Robert Jones also.
Oh man, this all sounds so good.
I know.
I'm like going to go in the kitchen and eat more cookies for the next sprint though. I'm like, I want cookies and candy.
Right.
That's what happens when you have streams at this time, because like some people are having lunch and you haven't had lunch yet, and then everybody starts talking about food and you're trying to have your stream.
You're hungry. I know. Plus, is anybody else like is anybody else working on their quarantine 10? Because I feel like we have eaten snack foods.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, I told
Although I've been going out less because normally we go out to eat like way too much, and we go out to like whoa, someone's calling me.
How dare.
I don't know why that's ringing like that. Stop it. Okay, sorry. Yeah, we go out to eat way too much. We go out to like breweries and stuff, so I'm drinking less craft beer. So that's probably been good for my health.
I usually go to the gym like 4 or 5 times a week, and so like not going to the gym has been nuts. Yeah. And I can't do workouts anywhere in the house because like I know you guys can't see them very well, but I have 4 very large dogs, and so anything that I try to do on the floor suddenly turns into playtime. Right. And I'm not going to tell you how many times I have gotten whacked in the face by tails so often it's not even funny. And then it's a competition because I'm sitting there trying to do downward facing dog, and the dogs are like, "You're doing it wrong, yo," and they do it. And I'm like, "No."
That's hilarious. I am not a gym person, but I've been walking around my neighborhood. But I do like to, be outside and working out. And I've really we have been out, but we have not been. It's not the same as it normally is. And Mike is like a power lifter. He goes to the gym every day. And there's literally nothing that we can do here that can replicate him lifting 600 pounds. Like I could have him lift my car, but there's no like good substitute.
Yeah.
And he's like kind of
before all this happened, I was looking into getting a gym membership, and now I'm glad I didn't spend the money because I can't use it right now. So hopefully after it's all over, I'll be able to go get a gym membership and then
Yeah, when they said that, this basically saying like you can't come in. I was like, you guys suck. What am I supposed to do?
Can I just confess that I'm always glad I don't have a gym membership? I have my little peddler thing under my table, and I do this little Ballet Beautiful, which you can do in your house. There's these little 10-15 minute workouts, and they are really hard, so I do that. But yeah, I don't like going to
at home. Really, all I do is like I have pretty bad scoliosis, so I have like my physical therapy exercises that I'm supposed to do. I definitely don't stay on track with them, but that's the main thing I do at home is like get out a yoga mat and like do all the things that I was told to do in physical therapy a few times.
Well, that's good. I think that's a good thing.
Well, that's all I'm able to do right now.
I think I've been eating too much ice cream is my main problem. So I think that's it. I think I'm gonna have like a stress eat of ice cream. I totally lost the. Oh my god, did I just lose the comments? Okay, we have a lot. Okay, books with kittens. Getting some work done. Switched to my second project, and I'm now outlining. Yay! Mary actually got some words down this time.
Yay.
Nice job. BC Brown Books. Beta read a couple of chapters. This read is flying by. Hard to turn off my line editor mode. I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Steven, speaking of editing, Steven edited 3 pages. Yay. Rosalind Kelly's here. Yay.
Yay. That's like a cute little frog avatar. Fucking
I know. That's so cute. Welcome. We're so happy you're here. That's absolutely fantastic. We just got back from a 20-minute sprint. We're going to do a little, we've been doing a little chit chat, and then we are going to get back to writing. All right, here we go. Nihilist Geek, 270 words. Yay. All right, welcome. Thank you for being the committee, BC Brown Books. Everybody, we're like so lucky to have such an awesome group every week. Like we really are super, super lucky. Doll says, I don't know how to fix things, but I'm trying. Trying. I'm guessing trying. You can figure it out. Right? Smaller steps. Just break things into smaller pieces and go from there. Sometimes the big project kind of overwhelms, and it's better to just break things down into small bites. All right. So here we go. Oh, Nihilist Geek says, happy reading. I think that was for me. Doll comes back. I'm another one who tries to keep the names hidden. Same thing, Carrow, so people don't like the mystery. You know what it is? It's that it's harder for readers to connect to the character, because if I don't know the name as a reader, then when you have introduced a second character, then it's harder to keep them apart. So that's the reason. You don't have to go into a big thing about their backstory, but you have to have some way for the reader to kind of identify them. That was a nice face right there. That's what that looks like in the reader's mind.
The last thing you want, like, there are obviously questions that you want your reader to ask, like, what's going on, you know, and not the bad, what the fuck is happening. It's just kind of like, who's this person in the middle of the night? Why are they here? Not where the fuck am I and what time is it? And like,
right, exactly. But that's, I mean, you think about it, when you first meet a person, almost the first thing you always know about them is their name.
Yeah.
And it's hard for us as humans to remember other details about them. Although I am terrible with names, I will say. I always have to like try to remind myself with some other detail, because I can remember like the story of your love life, or I can remember like what you were with. Like I remember all these other sort of interesting details, but I really struggle with names. I have my whole entire life. Okay. Reading over editing comments. Good job, Tamara. Has not made any changes. Jamie. Yeah. I love outlining. I know I'm the only, well, yeah, I might be the only one. Okay. BC Brown's planning on getting your book, but she has to wait. If I buy it now, I'll read it now, and I still have 2 books to beta read.
That's fair. I understand.
Right? We all feel that pain, I think. We all know that.
I want to read Shannon Kepper's book, but I can't read it because I have to finish reading the book for Friday. So
I know. I read that book before, or part of it before, the Bad Redhead Media book. And I'm going to have to speed read it before Saturday, for sure.
It's
all right.
It's fine.
If I don't get Pepsi and or chocolate real quick, somebody's...
Pepsi sounds good. I kind of want a soda now.
Right? Look at this. Yes.
Ooh, I'm going to make more coffee. That's what's
I know. I have, this is the thing, like I try not to drink soda, but oh my God, during this time I have had a lot. And when I'm writing, I will confess, like I tend to eat a lot more crap when I'm writing. All right, haven't been able to get to the gym. Home workouts are impossible. Yes. All right, we're gonna go through batch of cookie dough. I love raw cookie dough. That's like one of my favorite things. YouTube does have a lot of free exercise videos. That is also true. I broke. Okay. I haven't said much because I've been trying to fix something I thought I broke in my novella while trying to change POV. It's fixed. Edited 2,000 plus words and wrote 300 new words. Yeah, nice job. All right, BC Brown Book says, Savvy, I have to say I love seeing all of your Cubs swag.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's super awesome. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. All right, I have, oh wait, I didn't want to do this. I need to get, hold on, I need to stop my screen. I am going to get us ready for a new sprint. I think, all right, hold on. Let's see. Let's see if I can manage it. Oh, I did. Look at that. All right, Bonnie says, so thankful to you guys. Not too long ago, I could barely stay focused to write 1,000 in a session. I've finally written 3K in a session. What? That's awesome. Here, I have to take you off. Wait, hold on. Let me remove that. Now I'm going to put this back up. Wait. Oh, here we go. What? Yay! That's awesome. It really is that progress, right? The more that you write, the more you sort of make a habit of it, the better you get, the faster you get. It really is. It's just the way it goes. My go-to when I'm writing is peppermints and Petsy. You know what's so funny? There have been a number of studies that show that, I think it's peppermint. It might be spearmint, but I think it's peppermint. Actually, like, increases creativity and recall. That's why they give kids chewing gum when they are taking tests. That's awesome.
As a result of that, now if I chew gum, it just makes me think about taking tests.
I never gave my kids gum when I taught because that gum does not stay in their mouth.
No.
That was like our thing, was like when we were taking state tests, that was the only time we were allowed to have gum at school.
Right.
So when I chew gum, I start thinking about taking a test.
Yeah. I would have like the peppermint candies. That's what I would do. Not the gum. Yeah, I don't need the gum on the wall, under my desk. I don't need it on the carpet. No. Carrow keeping it real here.
That's good. I always love those little like peppermint, like wedding mints, like that kind of soft mint. Okay, now everybody wants peppermint. Okay, you guys, we got to get back
to mint tea. That sounds so good.
This is the trouble with writing at this time of the day, isn't it? All right, here we go. Doll's like all about the mint. Mint tea is good. Mint tea is good for you. All right. I do like a little mint green tea. That's nice. Although my favorite is the mango green tea. All right, everybody. We are going to get going with yet another writing sprint. We are going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Everybody write. All right, everybody. How did we do? All right. Oh, look at this. Robert says on the last dryer. Yes, that's awesome. Let me get rid of this banner for us. There we go. Nice. Very nice. We're very excited about that. That's awesome. How did you guys let me know in the comments below? We want to know how you're doing today. Savvy, how'd you do?
1 second, I'm doing the math. 680 words.
Look at you. Good job. Very good job. Very, very nice. Awesome. Carrow, how about you?
I wrote more words. I'm doing math real quick.
I will spill. I got 796.
Whoa, that's a ton. Good job.
Thanks. I was actually writing, so that was good. I was taking the Nihilist Geek's good advice, which is getting back to writing.
Mm-hmm.
So, Robert, last driver? That's awesome.
Yeah, you're probably going to hear some bleeps. It's restarting in a minute. It's finishing up.
There it goes, bleeping you. It's almost as if you were doing that right on cue. That's fantastic. All right, good job. All right, so Bonnie Phillips got 251 words, but writing distracted. I know that feeling. So I'm sorry about the distracted part, but 251 is great. Yay. That's awesome. A whole lot of outlining done for Books with Kittens. BC Brown Books read a chapter and put together the food bags for camping. Are you going camping? Did I miss something earlier? I guess that's safe if you're in the woods. The bears are fine, I guess. More reading over notes. That's good. Mary Wembley, not sure how many words she got. She knows about halfway through the scene.
Nice.
Awesome. Maybe we can get you through the end by the end. Doll made mint tea.
Yeah,
mint tea. Right? We were talking about it. I'm still figuring out editing. You are going to solve that. We know you will. Oh, that's good. It is hard to go back and change point of view. I did that once for a book, and it was really awful because you feel like you've gotten everything, and then you continually find more tense issues. It's really like it requires like 17 more pass-throughs, I think, to do it. You think you've gotten everything, but then you'll find another one.
If you read it backwards, you'll find it all.
Ah, that's a good point. That's a very good point. Of course, that's a lot. 300 and however many pages backwards is
that's a lot. Yeah.
It is a lot. Yeah.
I do it in layers now, where I take once I'm finished with the first round of editing, I'll write down all the characters and the scenes they appear in and do one character arc at a time to make sure the voice is correct instead of switching back and forth between all these characters.
Yeah.
Right, and then you lose it and you have to get it again. That's hard for me.
I know it is. It's a really tough thing. That's a good way to do it, though. So Adega Outlet says, worked on another chapter. Ideas come to me when I'm tired more often than not. So now I'm getting them written out. So that's fascinating. I get ideas in the middle of the night, but I don't know about being tired. But I wonder if that's like when you're tired, you're not trying to control the story, and the ideas can just sort of bubble up.
I write better when I'm tired. Yeah, because I'm not thinking too much about character actions and stuff like that. But what ends up happening, because I'm like fast drafting this, right? So I'll spend like the morning fast drafting, and then when I'm awake and like more cognate, I go back and I'm kind of like, I could probably add some more shit here.
Yeah, I can see that. What about you guys? Savvy, do you write better when you're tired or wide awake?
I mean, I'm always tired, but I never seem tired. Like, people always think I'm super energized all the time, but that's just my personality. I'm always exhausted. So I don't know. I've definitely gotten some good writing done when I've been tired before, but sometimes I just fall asleep. So I don't know.
I know. It kind of depends. I feel like I've definitely gotten good writing done when I've been tired at the end of a book, because you're still on that high, you're about to finish it. But I find that I struggle, because my books are like comedies. And so hopefully they're not like comedies. Hopefully they are actually comedies. But I find that I'm not as funny if I'm really overtired. Or I'm goofy as hell, and then the jokes don't make sense to anyone but me. That's bad. All right. Ready to go camping. Bags for when we just want to take off and go. We used up our food bags last time. Oh, okay. That's good.
That's cool.
That is cool. Nihilist Geek, 236 words. Had to read an entire story to translate and rewrite the certain part. Nice job. Very good job. And I'm late. You're we're not really picky on the whole time thing here. Don't you worry about that. All right. Let's repeat Carrow's news. Let's do repeat Carrow's news. I find that to be super exciting. All right. Let's do that. So Carrow that's a great idea. So Carrow has to send me a screen.
Oh, I do. Okay.
I want the cool one. All right. So everybody who came in a little bit late, this is a very big week for Carrow because she has a new book out. Let me see if I can find it.
Which screen did you want me to share? The image?
I want you to just send me the cover. The cover art is what I want you to send me.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 second.
The animated cover art. I can pull it back up on Amazon, but I was too slow.
It's okay.
So Carrow has an exciting new book out. It is called, I love this title. Hold on. The Queen, I didn't want to screw it up again. The Queen of Swords and Silence, which I super love. I think that's fantastic. Oh, look, and now we have a cover. So here is the cover art. This was animated by our very own Joanne Ninja Hen, which I think is super awesome. I'm going to go pull, I'll pull it off Amazon so we can look at what it looks like with the type on it so everybody will remember to run out and buy it. But yay. And I put a link to it in the description below. Here's the, hold on, let's see. Let me pull the cover up. Amazon's doing like something fancy here. So it's, all right, here. I'm so glad you guys get to be here for me, like thinking through all these things.
Oh, you should have seen me yesterday.
All right, here we go. So there is that. The Queen of Swords and Silence. I love this cover. I absolutely love this cover. I think it's completely beautiful. And it's a deal too. It's a Kindle book and it's on for like $4.99. So you can that's awesome.
Yeah, we talked a while about like how much we were going to price it at because like big publishers, like I don't know about you guys, but like when I used to buy paperbacks, they were like $10.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always sell my paperbacks for $10. I've had people telling me like, oh, you should price it up to make more profit. And I'm like, but paperbacks are $10. Like in my mind, that's just how they are.
Yeah.
And like books are like $3.99 to $5.99 maximum.
Yeah, so like when I go and I find like Kindle books that are by the big publishers and they're like, yeah, it's gonna be $10.99. I'm like, that's the price of a paper book. Like,
right. Like, or they price it the exact same as the paperback. It's like that's stupid. If you have to pay to print a book, like a physical book should cost more. Ebook, you don't have to produce anything physical.
Like if I'm gonna get a book, it's gonna go on this bookshelf and it's gonna make me look smart. Okay,
that's
what I need the paperbacks for. Okay, I can't do that with a Kindle.
That is true. You could be like,
purpose of ebooks, in my opinion. Other than like they're easier to carry around, like they're cheaper. That's the whole reason I buy ebooks in the first place. Yeah.
They are easier to carry around. The one good thing about well, there are many good things about ebooks. Although I still do love paper books. Like I love my whole house filled up with books. The one thing that's really great though is that you do have some more flexibility with pricing, and I think especially for a book launch, it's nice, especially to help people who don't necessarily know your work yet. To, it's like, oh, okay, $5. Like they're okay, yeah, I can do that. Like that's a really good place for a launch for sure.
Yeah, the one thing that does suck is that like we priced it at $5.99, right?
Right.
And I was talking to my dad and he sent me a screenshot doing like the whole like I'm proud of you pumpkin thing, which I always appreciate. But he sent me the screenshot and like Amazon where he lives priced it up to like $7.99.
Really?
Yeah. Like every now it's because where he lives, like my short stories that I sell for like 99 cents, it's like $2 for him. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense because you're in fucking Florida.
That's so weird.
Well, everything is weirder in Florida also. As a person who lives in Florida, it's weird. Right. Okay, so Doll says if they make it too expensive, I can't buy books. I know, I think that's one thing that one reason why indie authors are really great at finding readers is because they make their books more accessible. I think, I think everybody can go, okay, I can do $5. So I think that, and it comes out in print in 2 more days.
Yeah. Yeah, they were just kind of like, we saw you put pictures in here, so we're going to add some extra time. It was like, you don't have to do that.
No, but it's okay. The pictures are great. They're totally worth waiting for. So, all right, that's okay. Paperbacks are $10.
Yes, I agree. I sell my paperback books for $10. Ebooks $4.99 and below. Perfect. Yep.
Yes, exactly. Very nice. Very nice. I should probably go ahead and hop off. Mary says it's been fun.
Thanks for being here.
Bye, Mary. Thank you so much. Well, I'm so excited, you guys. And look, we're actually going to finish on time today, which is
what? You say that every time, and what happens?
I know. Then we keep talking. Somebody will say something interesting in the comments, and then I'm like, blah, blah. And everybody else is like, blah, blah, blah. And then we know it's 7:30 p.m. I know. We try. We really try. Okay, so this is interesting. BC Brown Books says, a friend and I argue about his indie published books all the time. What?
What the?
Is it a textbook?
Like if it's a coffee table book, or if it's like printed in full color, maybe. But yeah, what?
Well, okay. So a hardcover is generally priced like between $25 and $30 with a mid-sized publisher.
Yeah, and it depends on how long it's been out too. Like I lost my mind because I went to go buy Name of the Wind, right? And I wanted to get the paperback, right?
Yeah.
It's been out for over 10 years, and I thought I'll go to Barnes and Noble and I'll get it, and I'll move on with my life. That mofo book was $50. The paperback.
What?
Yeah, at Barnes and Noble. Yeah, like you should have seen me because I immediately pulled out my phone. I texted Tamara. I was like, "You're not gonna believe this!" And I was sending her screenshots. She's like, "You need to calm down." I was like, "Oh, this is stupid."
The only thing I can see, okay, so I could see it if there was a printed book. If there's a printed book and it was like a limited, like that sort of collector edition kind of thing, right? I know. Well, Mike was in a book that was like an anthology of all these horror writers called Butcher, Knives, and Body Counts. And that sucker is like $1,000 on Amazon. $1,000. I mean, I love him, but $1,000. That's insane. No. Yeah. He didn't price it though. And it's got a bunch of other people in it, but it was like, oh my gosh. All right.
One person was in there saying, I want 30% royalties.
Yeah, on $1,000. No kidding. I think there are like 30 authors in there though. They're not, and the reason is because it was a small press. There was a limited run. They never did any more. It's not available on Kindle, and it's become like this collector's item for people who collect that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So I guess I sort of get it, but then also you go, it's $1,000. Okay. Anyway, all right. Nihilist Geek was interviewing a friend for his channel yesterday, and today I found out he has a #1 Amazon best-selling book. That's awesome.
That's awesome. Good for him.
Yay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Jamie Barfeld says, "Bye, guys. Bye. Thank you so much for coming today. If you guys are looking for another writing sprint after this,
Dal."
Doll has got hers happening right after this. I think hers starts in an hour, so that's good. Okay, he says it's a niche character, but still a bestseller. Cool. You know what? A bestseller is a bestseller, baby. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So show up at Doll's since you're probably not going to get notification. Pretend I'm one. Ding. Doll's live stream will start in 1 hour.
Yeah.
And of course, Carrow is also has her live stream on Tuesdays. There is a link down in the description below, and you start at 1 Eastern.
Yeah.
Right? 1
Eastern.
Okay.
I have to translate it every time because I don't honor daylight savings, and I still haven't figured out when I start. I think it's like 10 a.m. my time. So.
Is it 10 a.m. your time right now?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So then it's 1 Eastern. That's when it starts. I'm pretty sure that's when it is. Okay. You're welcome, Doll. All right. Joanne needs a nap. She has an excuse. She's like
Understandable. Have a good nap.
exactly.
Always a nap.
I think we all need a nap, don't we?
You don't need a reason to nap. Just go nap.
Just
Carrow
go
approved. Go
nap,
nap.
right? Exactly.
Fine.
Napping is good. My Aunt Jerry like took a nap every single day of her life. Like literally, she would just shut down at like 3 o'clock in the
Yeah, I
afternoon.
take a nap most days. I feel like it's helpful because it's like I can get a lot of work done in the morning and I can be productive in the evening. But in the middle of the day, I just need to take a nap for like 2 hours.
You need a nap. I know. I think all those European countries where I lived in Italy and the whole country just shut down at like 3 in the afternoon.
That's brilliant. I wish that was like a cultural thing here. Instead of like, no, you have to work. Like, nah,
I know.
it breaks.
I think
Tamara's streaming tomorrow as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. There's like streams every day, y'all. Just go check this
there
out.
are. Tamara's streaming at 2 p.m. She will try and tweet and post about it on Facebook beforehand. I did not do any of that today. Oh my gosh. I'm like sucky. I did post on Facebook in our little live stream group, so that was good at least. All right. So yeah, definitely don't want to miss Tamara's. And also on Tamara's channel on Saturday, is it 2 p.m. Eastern? I think it is.
Maybe.
What time is
it? It's like 1 for me. No, it's like 12 for me.
So that would be 3 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Check out Tamara's channel and it will be listed right there. But that is when we're doing our little writer book club. And if you want to join in and hang out, we're going to be talking about those books. That's awesome. Okay. Mm-hmm. We're going to do a couple more comments and then we are out of here, baby. Okay. Yes, sleep is important. Everyone books Carrow's spreadsheet for the streams. That way we know when everybody's on. Yes, I think that's a fantastic idea. Nihilist Geek says, down here, summer noons are unbearable. This is why everything shuts down. I agree. I lived in Italy, and it's hot as crap in the afternoon. It's hot. I mean, I live in Florida now, and I thought Italy was like, so yeah, but I love it. The pasta is excellent. You may have heard this about Italy. So all right. Anyway, thank you, Tamara, coming through with the time. All right, guys. Well, I'm so glad that everybody was here today. I'm glad you guys all got great progress done, and I hope you'll head over to Doll's channel if you have a chance. If you're not asleep, if you are, we're all cool with that. But thank you so much, everybody, for being here today. And congratulations to Carrow. Yay. We're so proud of you. It's an awesome book. We're so excited. All right. Okay, everybody, let's head out now. Thanks for coming. Be sure to check out Carrow's channel, Robert's channel, Savy's channel. They are all linked in the description below. If you are a new person to our live stream and you want to be counted as a regular in the big, massive description down there of all of our regulars, just write a little note in the regular comment section, not this one, not the live one. And I will add you to our magical list. All right, Joanne Ninja Hen says, thank you so much. Bye. We will leave that one. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.